Well, we've made it to episode 107 of the Bust Files.
Holy shit.
I don't know why you purchased...
Because I was looking for... You don't have
to yell into it. You just have to talk normal.
I was looking...
That's too...
Please...
This is not one of those shows, okay? Hello. Would you
and
like a
welcome
drink?
to the Buzz Files.
Probably get some more viewers. But Sam brought this home. We've obviously had Budweiser before. Sam has had a lot more of it than I am because she's from the north side and they don't play up there.
I grew up less than probably 5 miles from the Budweiser plant.
Literally a factory where they make Budweiser. And Bud Light and other Bud products.
I may have been on the Budweiser tour a few times.
We talked about this. I remember
I took you when you turned 21.
You took me because they give you free samples. And it's only like a couple. Like you don't get like hammered or anything.
It's like the little glasses like those.
I think we went when I was underage, but we didn't do the samples. But you you were like, we gotta go. And
I'm older than you, so I got the samples.
Yeah. And you were like, let's go. And I'm like, okay. You were like...
Kind of cool.
It's like an amusement park for the north side, you know.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, well.
Fuck you. I'm pretty sure Budweiser... Their wastewater was probably ran off into ours, and we had to drink. I'm pretty sure there was Budweiser in our water.
I do want to talk about this before we get too far into the episode, about you completely losing your shit last week and just laughing uncontrollably for 15 minutes.
I still don't know why.
When I went back and watched it, I still could not figure out what you were laughing at. It's like you did, I think it was right after you did the shotgun, or the beer funnel. No, because you were laughing before because you had to. I was like, you got to stop laughing because you couldn't drink it.
Even the oldest watched a clip. I showed him a clip of it. He goes, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "I have no idea."
Maybe it was after. I don't remember.
I think it was after.
Now. Yeah, but you were just like that's what we were talking about. So I was thinking, I don't know.
Can we hang the curtain?
No.
I think we need to hang the curtain.
I think the show would be more fun if you did one of those at the beginning of every episode, and that would really get us started. But you can't laugh uncontrollably like an idiot for 45 minutes or an hour or whatever the episode is.
I could.
Well, no, I don't want you to, is what I'm saying. Like, I would rather you not do that. But...
Well, I met a lady at the Winn-Dixie liquor store because I went to go find a different beer. They don't have any different beers. They're all the same.
We've been stuck at we bounce between 296 and 297 followers, which is crazy for us doing 100 episodes, for 3 or 4 months. We'll gain one and then we'll lose one. And then it'll be 2 weeks.
Why do you lose one?
But we went through a period for a while where we were it's the same freaking episodes. But we went through a period for a while where you pick up 5 or 10 a week, and then it's just nothing, crickets for months. And I'm like, what's happening? So I'm assuming we have said something and gotten on some kind of naughty list or something where it's not popping up on people's feeds.
But we don't talk about anything that's naughty.
There's a whole, all these podcasts I listen to, there's a bunch of trigger words, you're not supposed to talk about, I'll say this, the buildings in New York. You're not supposed to talk about a lot of political stuff, stuff like
in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because once you say that, it flags it. There's a lot of stuff and if you're Rogan, you get away with it because people just type in the Joe Rogan podcast. But for you to get new followers, you need it to be in the feed or whatever, so it pops up on people's.
Well, what if I sit here in my bikini top? Will that get flagged?
No, apparently not. We'd probably have 1 million followers.
Really?
Yeah.
With this, we would get 1 million followers.
We'd have more than 297, but alas, the show must go on. If we're at 297 in a year, the show may not go on, though. I'm going to be like, we ain't making progress.
This whole area is a waste.
This will just be an area for me and Samantha to consume alcohol in.
While the kids play basketball out there, we'll just sit here.
I wanted to show you this. It's not a conspiracy theory, but I thought it was funny. There's a guy talking over this, but this is basically who Michael Jackson ripped his entire style off from.
What?
Yeah. So this is from a movie. This guy's name is Bob Fosse, I believe is how you say it. Wow. So it says, yeah.
I feel like that's the longest one.
I'm gonna mute it because I found this video. This guy's talking over it, but like, this is a movie.
What movie is this?
It's an old movie from like the '60s or something. But look at.
All right, so you have to feed me Budweiser.
Look at what this guy's doing. Look at even the shoes. Like the whole thing is just Michael Jackson. He did the little leg kick. Look.
Oh shit.
So he's even doing the moonwalk. And he's
this right here is moving fast along with James Brown.
He's doing the woo, 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 all the whole. I don't want to play it because this guy's talking on it, but like this, I don't know whose page that took. This is, I'm sure he stole it from somebody else, but it's Rock's Film IC, so I'm sure he stole it from somebody else. But I just thought it was. I saw that and was like, that's. And he's doing the woo-hoo, woo-hoo. But it said this is from 1974, and it's a movie called The Little Prince, and it says it's Bob Fosse, and it basically said like this is like some of the stuff said that like Michael Jackson was like a big fan of his and all this. I'm like, well, he legitimately just ripped off this movie that was his whole. Everything this guy's doing is like all of Michael Jackson's dance moves. So I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It's not like a conspiracy or anything, but I was like, you blatantly just ripped that dude off. Like,
oh, there was something I want to talk about, but it's on my phone.
What is it?
Shit.
Well,
I guess I'm gonna have to keep a journal with me.
Oh, I did have a question. I wrote this down this week because I thought this kind of ran through my head, and it really got me thinking. It's kind of along the lines of that movie. We started watching it. It's the one with Harry Styles, and like in the 50s or whatever with the blonde girl. Okay, I've been trying to get you to watch it. You watched like 15 minutes of it and fell asleep. But anyway.
Oh, the one where she doesn't realize she's in like a compound, basically.
I don't want to spoil do you think you're ever going to watch this movie?
I did watch it with you.
You've never watched it.
She finally figured it out that she was supposed to be the perfect wife and do all this and that. And they always went to the pool. And they always went shopping and care for the babies. And the husband's always left for work.
Yeah.
I watched it.
What's the big thing at the end?
I have no idea.
Okay. You didn't. Yeah, exactly. So do you want me to spoil it for you or not?
Sure, because I'm never going to watch it.
They're in a simulation. At the end, it cuts to when she finally gets out. She is in. Basically, all the men have. I don't want to say stalked, but like Harry Styles was her real life boyfriend or fiance or husband.
But he got turned.
Huh?
He got turned.
Turned?
Like he got turned into whatever it was supposed to be.
No.
Oh.
You watched about 45 minutes of the movies, but anyway. He's a loser and she's like a doctor, like in the real world. So he signs up for a program, and it basically puts her into like a medically induced coma in their house, and she's being fed like that is like it's a simulation. And when he leaves every day, when they go back to that building, he goes into the real world and actually works so he can pay for this simulation thing. So all the men, like some of them, I don't know if they've kidnapped these girls or what, but they all have these girls, like, or girls they like, or it's their ex-girlfriend or whatever, in these simulations, and they don't know that they're in this simulation.
Do you have me in a simulation?
Are you that happy?
Yeah.
It's basically...
Fuck you! Yes,
Okay.
I am.
It's basically like the Matrix, though, but like she can get out of it. So, kind of related to my question, if somebody approached you, okay, and said, we can put you in the Matrix, okay, and it's going to be, we're going to put you, your husband, your kids, you guys won't know you're in the Matrix, but we're going to make you, like, whatever you want. Like, rich and famous. You know, if you want your kids to be professional athletes, they'll be professional athletes. They can be, you know, a 3-time MVP quarterback, whatever.
I don't know my answer to this.
They'll never know. They'll never know. You guys will live an entire life. You'll die at 95 years old. You won't have health problems. You'll have money. You'll have jobs you love, or you won't work at all. Maybe you hit the lottery. However you want to program it, and we'll put you in there, and you'll live that way. Would you do it?
No.
Okay. So why? Why would you not do this?
So I feel like it's life. Like, you're...
Because I thought about this, and I was...
It's life. You're supposed to experience the hard times. Like, right now, at 42 years old, if you told me you're going to wipe my memory and put me in this fantastic world...
No, not going to wipe your memory. You'll have all the memories... Well, yeah, I guess they would have to wipe your memory, so you know it's not real.
So here's my whole thing. So then why... no, I would say no, because I spent the last 42 years going through the hardest times of my life. For it to just be wiped away and just all of a sudden be living in a $1 billion house, my kids are doing whatever they're doing. No,
Okay.
So my problem with that is I have memories and scars from the past that I wouldn't want to erase for the future. Did you see how that just moved?
I did see that.
Did you just see that?
I did. I thought you touched it.
I didn't touch it. What?
What did?
The shadow that's watching me when I'm
Oh my
sleeping.
God. Please continue your thought. It's just
It's haunting me now.
I think it's just everything you have is fucking loose. Please finish your thought.
You're loose.
Like, see how this is.
I'm not loose. You're loose.
Why did you quit fucking with your microphone? It's so frustrating.
I don't move it.
Every episode you're just leave it the fuck
I
alone.
didn't move
You're
it.
always twisting
I literally
shit.
didn't touch
Just
it.
Please finish your thought.
Watch it back. Anyways, my whole thing is I've already endured the trauma and the scars of it. I wouldn't want to erase it because I feel like it's made me the person that I am today to make me appreciate what I have today.
All right. Let me.
I'm being very I'm being emotional about it. I'm being very practical about it. But no, if you came to me right now and said I can make you a billionaire and wipe your entire memory of everything, no, I wouldn't do it.
Well, let me ask you this. All right. You're 95 years old. You're on your deathbed.
Fucking take me out.
And they say, we can send you back into a simulation.
Oh.
And you and your husband are 25 again. And we can put you in any timeline you want. You can be in the 50s, you can be in the 70s, whatever you want.
No.
We can plug you back in, and you can have another 80 years. Your mental consciousness.
I'm good.
You wouldn't be interested in that?
I'm good.
Okay. That's interesting.
Because you don't feel the same way.
I don't know. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about just the Matrix, just the movie, and like how crazy it is, and all this, and then I started thinking about that movie. I was talking about the Harry Styles movie because that's basically what those guys did, and then I thought that's a good question for the podcast because I was like, I guess like the same thought ran through my head is like, because the first thing I was like, well, but then you wouldn't see your kids, and then I was like, well, what if they said they could put the kids in there? You know?
What if the kids didn't sign up for it?
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. You would
Like,
have to sign them up for it too. So
and you
then
have to
like,
explain to them what's happening.
right. That's what I'm saying. Would
Like-
they want to? Because then I feel like it would be easier for like us if you've already lived the life versus like a kid if you're 12 or you're 8 or whatever. You haven't experienced those things, but you're going to experience them in that matrix or that realm. What if? All right, here's a twist to it. What if you could go in, but you keep all your memories of this life?
Maybe.
Like think about that. So think about this. Like you're. I would say it's harder to do now, but on your deathbed, like we get to the future and they have the ability to plug your consciousness up so that you get to and they're like, listen, we can take your consciousness and we can put it in this or whatever, and we can give you another 50 years. We can take you back to when you're 30, you know, and then you can be with your husband again. Like say I'm dead or whatever, you know, and the kids are at that point they're old too, and they said we can take you back to when we can take you back and let you raise your kids in the 80s if you want. So they grew up the same way that you did. You wouldn't want to do it? And it's not really your kids, but it's like a simulation.
I think that's the problem. It's not really my kids.
Right.
It's not
But
really. It's not really
right.
my husband.
But in the original
It's not
scenario,
really
I
my
was saying
kids.
your whole family is in the same thing. So you're interacting with my consciousness the same way.
No.
Okay. And I mean, it's just an interesting thought. It brings.
Would you want to?
I don't know.
Let me ask you. Would you?
My biggest thing is
want to? Would you want to relive
on your
everything?
deathbed? I don't know. My biggest thing is I would want to make sure I don't live it over and over again. I wouldn't want to loop it. Like they're like, well, you can do it, but when you want to be done and be dead, you can be dead. Because that's the whole movie, the show, The Good Place.
No.
I explained that to so at the end of that show, it was a comedy. If you haven't seen it, it's a comedy show was on NBC a few years ago. But it's they go to heaven, whatever. They go through.
Find out they're actually not in heaven.
Yeah, they go through all this stuff. But at the end of it, when they're all actually in heaven and they're all happy, they have everything they want, and it doesn't tell you how many years it is, but it's supposed to be like hundreds of years or whatever. They all kind of get bored. And they introduce the thing of, well, what if we can turn it off? And people start electing to basically just where you're done with the afterlife and you're just nothing. It's gone. And they all end up electing to do that at certain points because there's nothing left to do. That's the other thing is like they said there's no conflict, so there's nothing to work on or you can only hang out by the pool so many days.
Here's my whole thing.
You know,
when I'm gone, I'm gone.
It's an interesting concept. That's all I was.
My only hope is when I'm gone, I'm just a figment of someone's imagination.
You're a memory.
Memory.
Right.
I want the kids to remember me. I want you to remember me. But I know you're going to go get a hoe the second night I.
Oh, God. Ridiculous. I will get a sex cyborg robot, though. I'm going to get the Megan
Sydney
Fox.
Sweeney.
No, I'm going to get the Megan Fox version.
Fuck you.
You ask.
Fuck you, bro.
That's that movie. You should watch that.
I didn't watch it.
I know.
I can't watch it.
What?
Because it'll make me upset.
You get all angry and be like, fucking robot.
Fuck you.
Sleazy robot.
You're going to get someone after I die.
I will say this. No, I'm not. I don't have the energy for that. and I'm not going to pay for a younger model. So no thanks.
Is that why you married up
What do you mean?
in age?
No, I'm just saying, like when you see guys where like their wife dies and they're 70 and they get like a 20-year-old, I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying for all that stuff. That's my money.
You already paid for all
Yeah,
that.
you're not gonna get some girl that's younger than your kids. Like, hell no.
You already paid for all that
That's weird.
shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, I'm gonna be here. If you die first, I'm gonna be hanging out. You know, I might get a boat. You know,
A fucking boat?
I might get near. I'll be down near the beach. You know,
You're
fishing.
gonna get a fucking boat? You wanna buy a boat now?
I don't really want a boat. It's a lot of trouble. Plus, like your knees and back are bad at that
Just so
point.
you know, if you die, if you die first, I'm using your life insurance to buy a Supra.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna learn how to drive stick.
There's so many things happening right now. Please, one at a time. I can't track all these topics. You're driving me crazy. We were talking about something else before this.
I'm just saying, I would learn how to drive a stick and buy a 1996 Supra.
So many things going on. What were we talking about a second ago before you started getting angry?
I didn't get angry. We're talking about just the simulation. By the way, I am dead serious. I was in the simulation for the last 3 days. What do you in the oldest call it? NPCs?
Yeah, NPCs.
Non-playable
Characters. They're everywhere. Gotta watch out for them.
They are everywhere on...
That's what convinces me I'm in the simulation. Because I'm like, there's no way these people are real. When I go out to the store, I'm like, these can't be real people.
I got on 295.
That makes sense.
I got on 295 and someone's doing 45.
Yeah.
Because I was doing 42 to stay away from their bumper.
Anytime I'm on my way to work, and this is rush hour, on my way to work, on the way home from the gym, you know, even on the way home, there was
a line of people not doing the speed limit.
Can I finish my thing then?
Yeah, sure. I started it, but go ahead.
But if the speed limit's 40, they are doing 33. And I'm like, even if you thought the speed limit was 35 and you're not sure, you're not even doing that speed limit.
When was the last time you were in a speed zone that was 25?
35.
No, I'm saying, when was the last time you were in a speed limit that was 25?
The people you were following was 25?
Yes.
Yeah, where?
Yeah.
Back here? 10, like, we posted it. I posted it.
Yeah, you did.
On
We took a video of it.
Our TikTok. We were behind somebody. The speed limit is 35 on the road, kind of coming back toward our house, and there was somebody doing 28. And I was just like, because we typically drive between 35 and 40. Like 5 miles over, you're probably not, you're okay. You're not going to get a ticket doing 40 in a 35.
And
unless the cops just had a terrible day or something.
And you're not going to wreck your car.
And I'm like, 28? You're doing 12 miles under what is kind of just normal traffic flow.
I swear to God.
And I'm just always like,
I was trying to come home.
Are they looking for a house or?
I was trying to come home for lunch the other day, and I got stuck behind 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are killing my time. Like, I have an hour lunch. I was trying to come home.
We've talked about this before. Like, this is the most frustrating thing to me is if you go to the grocery store on Saturday and Sunday, and the old retirees, the boomers, are in the grocery store.
I got one better for you today.
Well, hang on. Let me finish this. And I think we've mentioned this before, but that bothers me more than anything. If you're retired, I'm talking about a person that's 68, 70, you could typically tell when they're retired. Why are you in the grocery store at 2 p.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday? And I'm not talking about stopping in to get milk. They're in there with a buggy. And they're grocery list. And they are in there acting like they've never been in a grocery store before. Every aisle is a search. It's a quest for whatever the fuck they're looking for. And I'm like, when we go to the grocery store, like Sam typically goes, but like I know where stuff is.
Always.
Okay. Anyway, I typically, if I go and I'm going to get like 3 or 4 things after work, I'm like, it's there.
You've learned where everything is now?
Please stop. But I'm not like lingering around the store like, well, I need to get milk. And then I get to the milk case and I go,
which milk should I get?
Oh, there's skim, 2% whole, almond. Just get the fucking milk you always get. What are you doing? Get out of the way. I'm always
had
like,
a late-
"Hey, excuse me, can I?" Like I've said it before. I'm just like, "Excuse me, can I get in here?"
So
you got 5 seconds. Open the fucking door and get your stuff removed.
perfect story for this. I went today. Today is Friday.
We're getting sidetracked.
Hold on. I logged off 4:00. The youngest and I left. We went to do the grocery shopping. He wanted to do the list, and he wanted to push the buggy. I'm okay with it. It's Friday afternoon. You guys went and throw, so I wasn't in a hurry.
So you were being an NPC character.
No. So here's my whole thing. When I write my grocery list, people are going to think I'm nuts. When I write my grocery list, I write it literally in the aisles.
You just write it in order. So you start at the
write
right
in order.
side, and then you
I
work
know
your way
which
over.
way
Like,
I
get it.
start. And
Sam's told me she's explained this to me before, but it makes sense because you're hitting. She writes it like I know. She pictures the store and she's got like this, and then I'm gonna come down this aisle and need this and this. But that was my whole point: is when we go, we typically are getting the same things. Like
right.
we know we need to get a couple bags of chips for the kids. We need to get
beer. We need to get shrimp. We need to get chicken.
Like
we need to get
it's
bacon.
all in the same spot.
Yeah. So then the youngest took over pushing the buggy, and we were in the milk aisle.
Yeah.
The milk aisle, as you know, is right there. And I said, hold the buggy right here. You don't have to come all the way down here. I'm just grabbing bread because we don't go all the way down that aisle. We don't need yogurt. We don't need butter. We don't need all that. I said, hold the buggy right here. There was a lady. She took her little mini basket and was like in the way. And just like, bitch, he's 7.
Well, so she thought you were. So she went home and complained on her podcast about NPC characters.
Probably, but he was in
Out of the
no way in the way. I moved the buggy in him in front of
where
the.
You're out of the. But the
we
people
were out of the way.
I'm talking about the people that are in the middle of the aisle.
So I had an old lady. She was just walking. She reminded me of the old lady. What's the movie? With the girl from Friday Night Lights and the guy that played in the movie Friday Night Lights with the bugs and they're trying to take her baby. Legion. She was just walking along. She reminded me of that old lady that crawled on the wall.
But here's my thing. Why is she in the grocery store at 6 o'clock on a Friday?
No, it was 4:30.
But either way, why aren't you, like, you're retired? Go to the grocery store at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday when everyone's at work.
There's so many old people at the grocery store at 4:30.
If you've ever, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. If you've ever been to the grocery store, like if you're off on a weekday or whatever, staycation, and you go to the grocery store at like 11 a.m. for something, there's like 6 people in the grocery store typically. Why don't they go get their groceries then? And you can stroll around and look at stuff like you've never been in here before and explore the cereal aisle. Take 3 hours. And I think that's what it is because they don't get out of the house, so they spend more time there. But I'm like, I want to get home. Like I worked all day. I'm trying to get home or
so
whatever.
Here's how I do it. I pull up the Publix app.
We're way off topic here. Go ahead.
But I pull up the Publix app and I write a column of all the BOGOs. And I write a column of what we need.
Yeah.
You're going to be so proud of me today.
Okay.
The grocery bill today, you're going to lose your mind.
Okay.
It's $262.
Great.
But I saved $122.
That is amazing, sweetie.
Because everything that the kids eat were a BOGO today.
Okay. Let's get back onto some topics that are related to crazy stuff.
You gonna talk about my back?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Fine.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your back?
No.
We're just kind of rambling at this point.
But I have a
topic I want to talk about.
I feel like that's what the people like.
Oh, okay. I mean, Sam got hurt again. I mean, I don't like hurt. This is not like Sam hurt her back doing a deadlift challenge at her work. So I mean, I'm just kind of like she did 40 deadlifts.
Did 40 deadlifts at 135 pounds in a minute.
Yeah. It's very good. We're very proud.
I have two
Everyone's
herniated discs, so I feel
proud.
like
I know.
that's
Everyone's-
pretty.
Everyone's proud.
You're such an ass.
I'm not. I just like if we talked about your injuries, that's all this podcast would be. It would just be the update on Sam's injuries for the week.
Oh wait. So you guys all remember when I sprained my ankle during the basketball competition at work, and I came in on crutches? My accident insurance paid me $1,100.
Nobody cares. This is too much.
That's hilarious. Everyone at work is baffled.
That's what accident insurance is for.
Exactly.
All right. I had one other topic I want to get into. Okay. Are we going to read a story?
You're gonna read my story?
I wasn't going to, but I can if you want me to.
Come on.
Yours is too serious. I was going to find a stupid one. Do you want me to read yours?
No.
We're going to read Sam's story. Okay. I'll save my other topic for next week, and we'll read
No.
your story.
What's your topic?
I saw this, and I've seen
Is
this.
it alien base?
No, I've seen
Space?
this. No. I've seen this multiple times. And it goes, we talked about this in another story, in another podcast, but I think it was a lost file. We didn't post it because it was either on our Patreon, which we stopped doing, or something else. But it's the lampshade story. So I wanted to tell that story real quick. Okay. There's a guy, this was like over a year ago. There's a guy who is living his life, and every day there's a lamp in their living room. And I'm paraphrasing this very loosely. And he feels like something's off with the lamp. Okay? And he keeps thinking something's off with the lamp, something's off with the lamp, something's off with the lamp. Every day. It's like bugging him. Well, I don't remember. This is terrible. I should have looked into the story a little bit more. But it's leading to my topic. At the end of the day, he finds out that he's not actually there. And he wakes up from like a coma. And there's multiple people that have done this where they have lived a whole life in a coma, or some people have been in a coma for like 3 days and they have very vivid memories of like a 20-year life.
Yeah.
Where they don't realize they were in a coma. And it's their family, and they saw their kids grow up, or they have a separate family in this life. Like sometimes it's like a guy and a girl. Like you're 20. You go into a coma. You're in a car wreck. You go into a coma. You're in it for 2 days. And you live a 20-year life. And these people, like where they don't realize they're in the coma. They're with their boyfriend. They remember getting married. And then they had 2 kids. And then the kids grew up. And they got married. And then they grew, older. And, went to their kid's wedding and all this stuff. And then they wake up from the coma and they're 25.
Yeah.
And they're like devastated because they have they're like, where's Judy? Where's Johnny? Whatever, the kids. They're like, we don't have kids, babe. You're 20, like we're getting married in 3 months. And they're in a grief state because they'll never see those kids again. Yeah. And it's like a very vivid, but that's basically what the lamp story is. And I think the lamp story is made up, but there are a lot of accounts of these people where they have been in a coma and lived out a totally separate life with separate, like where they've had kids and like women. I found a post, I should have saved it, but I was reading some of the comments. And people are saying, like, this happened to me, or it happened to my friend, and she had a daughter, and the daughter was like 5, and then she woke up. And I'm like, that's wild. And they're like devastated because it's like you lost a kid, but you never had the kid.
Yeah.
But it makes me think, like, it goes back to the whole, like, Matrix, alternate universe type thing. Like, is that real for that person It's just when you are in that coma, your brain jumps into like another timeline or something. Because I'm like, like people will, they swear this happened. It's not just like, I remember, I had a kid, and it's not like a dream. Like they remember, like, I remember going to the park with them, and I remember their 5th birthday, and I remember, like, them going to prom, and us, going to our anniversary. Like, they have like a whole, like, 10 years of memories.
In 3 days.
And they can't forget it.
Yeah.
It'd be like if all of a sudden you woke up and you were 17, and you had never met me. You're in high school. You were in a wreck when you were a junior in high school, and you wake up and you're still in high school.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like, what do you mean? Like, how is
there
that?
are people that wake up that have memory loss and they don't remember everybody that's around them.
Well, that's different than what I'm talking about. Like, though, but like you've never met me. Like, there was one of them that said something like where it was a story I read where, it was on the Y-Files, and that's what made me look into it. And I saw some other ones, but he did a thing of like 5 or 6 different people where he recounted, like, where they swore they had like other lives and like could remember all this stuff. And his thing wasn't the coma thing, but it made me think of that. But these people were like doing something, and then all of a sudden it was like they jumped timelines. And one of the girls in the story, she had just like she went to work and she came home, and like her boyfriend or her fiance is what it was, wasn't there. And it was her ex-boyfriend was in the house that she had broken up with like 2 years before. And he was like, "Hey, sweetie." And she was like, what are you doing here? He's like, "What do you mean?" And it's like, "You don't live here." He's like, "Yeah, we've lived together for, what are you talking about?" Like he had no idea what she was talking about. And she looked into it, and because she said she went in her phone to pull up the guy's number, and it wasn't there. But she remembered his number. So she called it, and some guy answered, and she says, "Who's this?" And it was some other guy. And she's like, "I'm looking for, Bradley Smith," or whatever the guy's name was. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know who. I've had this number for 10 years. I don't know who that is." She went by his house. Doesn't live there. And it was literally like, she was like it was like this was his apartment. Like, he lived here this morning. Like, she had spent the night over there or something, and then went back to her house, and then her ex-boyfriend's there. And it was like she had jumped timelines. And I'm like, it's elaborate. Like, I don't know what these people would profit off of doing it, but it makes, and then I think her story ended up like she went through, it was a Reddit post that she had made, and she had asked if anyone else had experienced this, and these other people were commenting that it had happened to them, and it went on for like 20 years or something. Like, it was like multiple years, and she was like older, like at this point. Like, they said now she would be like, I think like 50 or something, and there's no record now of her, and she stopped posting it. So the whole thing was like, did she jump back to her timeline, or was it just like I'll just post this on Reddit, it'll be fun? But she did it for like years. I don't know if it was 20, but however long, it was years that Reddit had been around. Like, and it's just, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. It's just the whole Matrix thing and timelines and stuff, but just kind of crazy stuff to think about. If any of that's real, like, can you jump timelines or be in a separate simulation or something like that? If any of that is actually true, is it possible to do? Interesting week of things I was thinking about at work. I was going through some stuff. Just crazy stuff, timelines. Do you want me to read your story?
You don't have to.
I'm going to read your story. I'm going to read it. Sam wrote a creepypasta. We're going to read it. It's not that long. It's a little short one.
Well, I sent you the short.
There's a longer version of this?
Yes. There's an 8-parter. But I didn't think you wanted to do the 8-parter.
Okay. We'll read this. I didn't finish it. I read some of it.
Okay.
You started talking to me about something, and you were like, "You don't have to read it right now."
So I wrote it today, and I read it to him and the oldest, and then I was told to stop reading it because the oldest was getting scared.
He was like, "Bro, this is terrifying. What are you doing?" He's like, "I get up at night and go to the bathroom and get drinks from the kitchen. You're freaking me out." Like, all right. So
and Cody was like, "Stop reading. You're scaring
you're gonna freak him out." So this is after a long weekend in Boston. Oh, what was the title? Because it just made
the title is "The Shadow That Watches Me While I Sleep."
Terrifying. I was like, this doesn't sound good right off the bat. I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is all right. So after a long weekend in Boston for the Halloween festivities, all I wanted was my own bed. My girlfriend Mia and our friends had dragged me through every haunted tour the city offered: old prisons, abandoned hospitals, cemeteries where the headstones leaned like they were whispering secrets. It was fun at first, but by the end, I felt wrung out, like the city had taken something from me. When we finally got home, I collapsed into bed without unpacking. The mattress felt like heaven. My room was quiet, familiar, and safe. At least it should have been. I don't know how long I slept before the dream started, or if it even was a dream. All I remember is the feeling first, that heavy, prickling sensation of being watched. Not from the doorway, not from the window, from the darkest corner of the room. The one the street light never reached. I couldn't move, couldn't open my eyes, but somehow I could still see it. A shape, a shadow, tall, thin, and leaning toward me like it was studying me. It whispered, not words, just a scraping breath like the air dragging across stone. Don't breathe in the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I doing that?
Yeah. I can hear you breathing from here, so the microphone catches same going.
We could put a nose strip on.
Breathing heavily.
It adds to the aesthetics of the story.
It doesn't. We don't need that. Thank you, though. When I finally jerked awake, the room was empty, but the corner looked darker than it should have, like something had been there a moment before and slipped away. I told myself it was leftover Halloween adrenaline, but that night was only the beginning. Over the next few days, the feeling didn't go away. I'd catch glimpses of movement in mirrors, cold drafts in rooms with no open windows, the sense of someone standing just behind me. I didn't tell Mia. I didn't want to freak her out, but on the third night, she woke me up, shaking my shoulder. Jackson, something's in the room. She pointed to the same corner. Her hand trembled. I heard it breathing. The corner looked wrong again. Too dark, too deep, like the shadows were layered on top of each other. We slept with the lights on after that. It didn't help. At 3 a.m., I woke to whispering. That same scraping breath. The shadow stood in the corner, half-formed, flickering like it was struggling to stay in the light. Then it stepped toward me, slow, curious, reaching out a long, thin hand. When Mia gasped awake, it snapped back into the corner and vanished. The message was clear. It wasn't hiding anymore. The shadow grew stronger each day. Footsteps upstairs when no one was home, a dark hand curling around the banister, a silhouette behind me in the mirror. Finally, Mia said what we'd both been avoiding. We have to go back. Back to Boston. Back to the old burial ground. Back to the place where I'd wandered off for a moment and touched a crooked headstone without thinking. The cemetery looked smaller in daylight, but the moment we stepped inside, the air shifted, colder, heavier, familiar. I walked to the stone I'd touched. The shadows around it stretched unnaturally long. Then the ground trembled. A dark shape rose from the earth, unfolding like smoke. The shadow from my room, but weaker here, like daylight drained it. It didn't attack, it didn't reach out, it simply watched. And suddenly I understood. It's not trying to hurt us, I whispered, it's trying to go back. The shadow flickered, sinking slightly into the ground. It was fading, not dying, just slipping back to wherever it belonged. I stepped closer to the stone. The shadow mirrored me, one step, then another, until we stood face to face. Go home, I said. The shadow leaned forward, passing through me like a cold wave. It felt like a deep exhale, like something releasing its hold. Then it collapsed into the earth and disappeared. The air warmed, the shadows returned to normal, the cemetery felt empty. For the first time in days, I could breathe. When we got home, the house felt different, lighter, brighter, like someone had opened all the windows. No footsteps, no cold spots, no whispering. That night, I slept with the lights off for the first time since Boston. Nothing happened. In the morning, Mia smiled over her coffee. Do you think it's really gone? I nodded. Yeah, I think it just wanted to go back. But as I walked past the hallway mirror, something made me pause. Not fear, not dread, just curiosity. For a split second, the corner of the mirror darkened like a shadow passing by. Not watching, not following, just acknowledging. A quiet goodbye, and then it was gone for good.
So I have another one that's an 8-parter that the girlfriend starts. I have another one
There you go. Okay.
that I can send you that has an 8-parter where it has way more detail.
Okay.
But I didn't think you wanted to read an 8-parter.
I like the short ones, and I think that's
Why I did a short story.
yeah. I think if we're gonna do them, I like the little 5-10
That one
minutes.
wasn't bad.
No, that's good. That's good.
Did you like the concept of it?
It's
something that's watching me.
It's creepy, but I told Sam, I said a lot of them. Like, I didn't read the end of it, but I said, like, as I was reading the first part of it, I said a lot of these have a big twist at the end. You know, like where.
Did I ruin your short creepypasta with my story?
No, it's fine. But I'm saying like a lot of them have like the one we read, was it last week where
we read one that had 2 parts, and when it ended, it was shit.
Yeah. But the one we read last week, I think it was last week or the week
Not
before.
like this week before. We didn't win last week. We were on vacation.
But where she said it was the whole husband thing. Where the husband, you know, was in her house and she didn't think it was her husband, and then it comes out that she was, like she said at the end, she's like, I'm almost tempted to go into the backyard and dig him up to see if he's still there. Because she had killed him. Like that little twist at the end where you go, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, so those are the, I really liked that when we read that last week. It wasn't really going anywhere. You're like, okay, yeah.
All right.
So like that one, like would have been cool if it had had a little twist at the end where, you know.
Ripped off his head.
What? No. Like where she went home and Mia doesn't exist or so, I don't know. Something that gets you to go, oh, you know, and then like she looks at the gravestone and it says her girlfriend or his girlfriend's name. See, when you wrote it, I was like, are they lesbians? Because it's Mia, but it was written from a guy's perspective.
Well, I wrote it on the oldest's laptop. Yeah. So it was coming from his perspective.
Right.
So I need to.
But I thought I was like, but something like that would have been cool. It was like when I got to, you know, I went back by myself, and when I got to the gravestone, you know, the gravestone
she came out and sexually assaulted me.
What?
Huh?
What? What are you talking about? Oh my God, you're so crazy. And it said Mia whatever, Mia Johnson. And when I got home, I realized I don't have a girlfriend. You know, or something like that. I don't know. Like that's kind of the cool, like, little twist that a lot of them had.
You didn't like my story?
I did like it. It's just, yours was just a scary story. There's a difference between scary stories and no sleep. That's the whole thing. Like, the no sleeps have, like, a little twist a lot of times. The creepypastas are more just scary. That was probably more of a creepypasta. It's just a scary story. But it was good. I liked it.
That's all I have up here is creepy stuff.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we'll read it. I'll find one, a short one we're going to need next week.
I'll write new ones.
You don't have to write it. I don't want to read your stories every week. This is not the same.
Why?
Because I want to read ones that, like, 20,000 people have read, that people, like, actually recognize.
Post mine on Reddit.
Okay, we'll post it. All right.
You're not going to post it? I'm going to go post it on Reddit.
Okay.
Wait, how do I get on Reddit?
Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up. You're exhausting. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye. Good Lord.
I'm so hungry.
Yes.
You like my cream pastas?
You want a shotgun of beer?
Sure.
Do you want to?
Wait, so you don't like my cream pasta?
I like your creepy pasta. Are you going to shotgun a beer?
I will.
Get the phone.
You could have phone.
It's right there behind your head. Jackass.
God. I have to do everything in this house. I have to wash that tomorrow, too.
I still think you should do these at the beginning of the episode. Oh, here.
So I'm going to go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep, but you...
Every time I do these, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to want to go to sleep after this.
To be fair, you go to sleep every time.
By the way, the bag...
Maybe we should do this at the end of every episode.
By the way, when the bag is sealed, it looks like you have a full bag. You only have this much.
Please don't start complaining because
And we still, like... Like, I have to go elbow deep into this thing. I'm gonna be done for after this, for sure.
It's one beer.
Definitely gonna go to sleep after this.
Yeah, chew your chips up there. I could probably do one. I'll do one. I'm a team player. Are you good?
I'm deep. I have really deep crevices in my teeth.
Maybe you shouldn't eat chips on the podcast or stuff all. Anything else you want to bring out here? Maybe you should get some dip next week. Maybe having some dip, maybe some queso.
It's not a bad idea.
Just over here snacking while I'm talking.
I'm always hungry. This is gonna fuck me up. Maybe that should be a competition at work.
I might win that one. Old brute back over here. We're gonna close the path. What?
You just got me all wet. What are you doing?
That's what she said. She said that. When I did that, it like shook it all up. Please don't start laughing. I can't do it. If you're doing it on purpose, please stop. Stop.
I'm joking.
I think this would be more entertaining. Let us know, guys. Should we do this at the beginning of the episode? I feel like this would be a good way to start every episode.
You would hate.
I'd slap you or kick you off the podcast and just talk quietly, but yeah.
You would hate me if we did this.
You cannot, it can't even, like, listen, I know you're laughing. It can't kick in that fast. I don't, like, the viewer.
It ain't kicking that fast. It's just the
It doesn't even make sense. All right, here, hold this.
Oh, I have to hold it? You can't do it yourself?
No, because I have to turn this.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed
Please stop. Every time we do this, you act like this is your first time
Let's
doing
just
it.
lift it up.
Without, yeah, keep it straight.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Not my first time, bro. You got beer on me, though.
I didn't get beer in it. You get
I
beer.
got beer on me.
Oh.
All right. Well, on that note. What? Why are you laughing so much?
I think it's the loss of oxygen when I do it.
The what?
Loss of oxygen.
It's like for like what 5 or 6 seconds. You're ridiculous. I don't even understand you. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. You got to stop laughing. I'm not gonna do. I would like to be able to do these at the beginning of the episode, but this and last week's episode is what makes me not want to do it. You don't get when we shotgun a beer.
I don't get
Please don't.
right?
When we shotgun beers, you don't get like giggly like that.
It just happened. I can't control it. I'm so sorry.
It would just be better if you could just like not. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Sam will be out here laughing uncontrollably for the rest of the night. See you then. Later, much.